Hello everyone and welcome to another Magical Moon video. It's a very special one today and it's about an unexpected arrival and new beginnings and new challenges here on the farm. And it all started when Sweet Pea came with her beautiful foal at foot, Eeyore. And little did we know that coming from an horrific situation that they're in, from being on the front line prior to going to the meat trade, there was a little one tucked up there inside. And he came with his own set of challenges, but it's been such a pleasure to just have him in our lives, and new beginnings here on the farm. And this is what we're going to share with you today. And at the end of the video, there's a very special reunion. So don't go anywhere. Here in front of me I have the evolution of Tiny Tim's shoeing program, which I'm going to explain to you. It's really fascinating. In the very early days, this was what was constructed, and it's his first ever 3D printed shoe. And you can see there's quite an offset. That's where his little hoof went in, and at 2 days old I was sending Gregory measurements so that he could fabricate this, and he came and fitted it, and that provided that support on the outside of his leg, which he so badly needed. As you can see from those x-rays, his feet were almost like that, so the bottom of his foot was nearly at right angles. What this meant was, as soon as it had the support on the outside, it started to move stuff, move the bones, move all those ligaments against where they were set in that wrong position. And so gently the weight just kept encouraging it. One of the biggest challenges, the hurdles we've had to overcome, is that his feet grow so quickly. He's so young and things are developing. But what we do have the advantage of is being able to use these very clever shoes. So this is a ready-made shoe. It can be trimmed down, but you can see the support that was needed on the outside was far less. As his hoof grew, as he got a little bit bigger, he got straighter. And that will continue to be reduced as and when he gets more correctively upright. On this side, on the other side, it wasn't so bad. And what Gregory did, he actually fashioned this with a plastic or paper cup, which he put in there, and then he uses the special glue, which I'm going to show you. And he formed the support on the outside. So Tiny Tim had a little bit of a turn-in on this side, not nearly so extensive as on his bad leg. And here's the next one. So as his foot grew, this has been taken off, and we've just kept them. You can see again that where his foot's growing, the actual overhang on the side is getting less and less. That's a really good thing, because that means we're heading in the right direction. What's so fascinating is in this day and age that there's an answer for everything. It's just knowing or finding that person and that product. And we're lucky enough to have found both all at once. This is called Superfast, and it is instant shoe foal extensions. It needs to go off very, very quickly, because once it's applied to the little hoof, you can imagine the patient, Tiny Tim, at this stage in his life, doesn't really want to be too static for any period of time. So this has to go off very quickly, and it is within half a minute it starts to cure, and then within a minute it's almost workable. So it's ideal for those feisty patients. And it means that Greg can then add where he needs to on top of what he's already got. So as you saw with this shoe, not only can he glue the surface round to make it as firm as possible, he can also add a bit of support if he needs to, just to firm it up. It's a really interesting, it's an evolving process, and as we said before, we don't know how long that's going to go on for. What we do know, and given by the evidence, the shape of the overhang and the size of the shoe that's being fitted at the moment, it is looking positive. But it is every day. It's that we're just having to work all the time with what we've got, and Tiny Tim has to adapt to those ever-changing. It's all about physics, so things are being pushed back to where they should be, and that does cause some discomfort, but it's that road to recovery, to getting things back where they should be. And we can only really attribute those early days where he was so turned into being a very big boy in a not so big mummy, and that's what really kick-started it all off. But he's here, he's still in the game, and what a bundle of joy he is. It's been around 14 weeks since Tiny Tim arrived with us, and it's been really, really intensive for Sweet Pea in that maternity unit. Although we have been out on those controlled exercises, today is the perfect day to give her that bigger taste of freedom along with a very dear old friend.
Myself young and restless, a lampoon of youth. So who am I to really teach you anything? Do I know what's true? True for you. But at least I think there are some nuggets found along the way. Learn to wait for night to turn into day. Night to turn into day. But if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually. Don't you try to run away from shadows. They always catch up. Learn to face whatever demons come your way. Don't become a stranger to hard labor. There's no other way. Hear me when I say
As you can see, the sun is shining and there's definitely a change in the air, and that's in the form of letting Sweet Pea go in this paddock with her old friend Tintin. And obviously Tiny Tim's with me on his as controlled exercise as it can be, and it's very, very important that we continue that. We put our trust in Gregory, who's done the most magnificent job just to get him to this stage. As we mentioned before, the outlook was very bleak in those early few days or weeks. But now the hope is that he continues to get better, and with this exercise, all those ligaments and tendons, which are just like jelly, they firm up a bit. And you saw him walking on the hard surface, which he finds a little harder, but it's still good to firm everything up. He's much better on the soft. This, as I said, is his first time in this paddock with his mum and their old friend Tintin. We've just got to keep carrying on as we are, keep trusting the process, and the day when he can run free, well, let's hope it's not so far away.
Yeah, I'm feeling tipsy. I'm on the move. We're getting frisky. We're in the groove. People are smiling, and the music is on fire. The lights are turning me on, and they're lifting me higher. I wanna tell you that I feel alright. Yeah, I feel fine. Yeah, something inside me is saying that I'm on the move, baby. Hey, I'm moving on up to a higher destination. I'm moving on up. I'm feeling cheeky. I'm on high. I'm feeling forward. Yeah. I'm in the sky. All I see is happy people coming up to the dance floor. The beat is lifting me up, and it's lifting me higher, higher, higher. It makes me say that I feel alright. I feel good. Hey, hey, something inside me feels like I'm on the move, baby. I'm moving on up. Hey, I'm moving on up to a higher destination. Hey, I'm moving on up.
It's that time to put them to bed along with all the other legends. And in the up and coming episodes, we're going to start the long awaited Petra's Promise. We've got all those groundworks with Doug the Digger. I'm going to get my right hand man Toby, and then hopefully we're going to enlist the help of some locals to help with the logistics of getting those beautiful stables back to the farm. Stay magical, and we'll see you next time.
Something inside